They've been talking so much shit about us. I am here to redeem us. Ready? First, a couple of things. I'm Puerto Rican. Any Puerto Ricans in the house? You guys know what we are now, right? It only took a 5-category hurricane for to know what a fucking Puerto Rican is. Now people don't come up to me anymore because I live in LA and they say, wow, you're really tall for a Mexican. What kind of Mexican are you? And I always say the Puerto Rican kind, the kind with papers. But we all know that papers don't mean anything anymore. The only papers that matter when it comes to Puerto Ricans are paper towels, right? Exactly. I was not mad at him for throwing them at my people. I was mad at my people for catching them, right? I was like, there were all those good baseball players and nobody threw that shit back and hit that motherfucker in the head. The hell is wrong? I don't hate Mexicans. Mexicans are my brothers and sisters. I love Mexican men. Yes. Mexican men have a lot of children and they have them all from the same woman, right? Puerto Rican men, not so much. They like to drop that shit off everywhere they go. That's why we have that Puerto Rican Day Parade, so we can find our brothers and sisters. I'm tired of the racism that's going on. I went to this convention, and every time I walked by, these white boys would chant at me, build that wall, build that wall. I was like, you motherfuckers, imagine if Native Americans would have done that to white people when they got here, right? Imagine if there was a border patrol of Native Americans and they would have stopped those boats and they'd be like, stop that shit. The fuck on out of here. Go back to Ireland, you rapists and alcoholics and criminals. And they'd be like, we don't speak English here, we speak Navajo. And they would chant, sink that ship, sink that ship. Come on, sink that ship. Exactly. I didn't want to make the white people feel uncomfortable, but I just wanted them to know what it feels like, Just a little bit. Being Latina, I was always the translator in my family. I had to translate for everybody, right? But for my grandmother. And it's hard when you're a kid. You don't want to translate all the time. I used to translate for my grandmother at the store and at the mall, and it was cool. But I had to translate for that bitch at the doctor one time. And I had to tell my grandmother that she had an STD. So I told her her pussy was broken. I was like, se rompió, está rota la panocha, se rompió la chocha. I didn't know how to say syphilis in Spanish. I got in a lot of trouble, but not more than my grandfather. My grandfather, she shot him. I was like, abuela, what'd you do when you shot him? She was like, nothing. Cheaters don't get to go to the hospital. She said, if he lives, that means Jesus forgave him. Bueno. I enjoy the privilege of my friends. I was talking to one of my white girlfriends, and she just told me, oh, my grandmother died, and she only left us $17,000 each. I was like, bitch, my grandmother died and left us diabetes. And she was like, well, my cousin took all her money and wasted it on drugs. And I was like, hey, what kind of drugs? And she was like, cocaine. And I was like, what kind of cocaine? And she said, crack. I was like, word? You got a crackhead in your family? And she was like, let me stop you right now. That's my cousin Angie, and we don't call her a crackhead. She is an addict. I said, oh, yeah? Well, my Uncle Raymond stole a painting out of my grandmother's house, jumped off of a balcony, ran down the street without injury, and sold it for a crack rock, right? He's an art curator, an acrobat, and apparently a very good salesman. I want to talk about the diaspora, because right now there's a lot of division between Latinos and black people, and a lot of Latinos are black people, and we don't know. So Puerto Ricans are just black people who speak Spanish. All it means is the boat stopped a little early. We don't know our history. And I remember growing up in my neighborhood back home, and an African-American black girl said to me, "You think you cute because you light-skinned and got good hair?" And I was like, "I'm light-skinned and I got good hair? I'm rolling with these bitches." She was like, "You know, if we were in slavery, you'd be in the house." And I was like, "You know, if we were in slavery, we'd be in slavery. What the fuck does my location matter? I'd rather be out in the field with LeBron James, right? Than in the house getting fucked by the Quaker Oats man." Yeah. I've been carrying that around for years. Quickly, I want to talk about men because I really, really am tired of some of your antics. And I think as the lady on the show, I am here to represent you and I have to speak up for us. I have some jokes. Thank you. I have some jokes about gay people, and this gay dude came up to me after one of my shows and said, "You're really homophobic. You have no idea how hard it is." I said, "Sir, I have a vagina. I always know how hard it is." Right? Am I lying, ladies? Everywhere we go, they offer us dick as a solution, right? I had a headache. My guy friend was like, "You know what you need, girl? You need some dick." I said, "No, I need some Motrin. Dick is what gave me the headache, but thank you, asshole." You know what I mean? You could be in a wheelchair. A motherfucker will straddle you and be like, "You want to walk? You know what you need? You need this dick." I was at Whole Foods. I picked up an eggplant, and this dude looked at me and did me like this. I was like, I do not expect that shit at Whole Foods. That is some Trader Joe's shit. I did not pay $13 for some grapes to get sexually assaulted, asshole. So I don't think men should be born with dicks. I think they should have to earn them like driver's licenses, right? And there's a criteria they should meet before they get their dicks. Like, they should learn how to read, right? They should get their driver's license. They need to get some therapy. They got to play in them balls at Chuck E. Cheese for a little while so they can learn how to play with their own balls. And listen, I'm a believer in higher education, right? So if you get a degree, you get a bigger dick, right? If you get a master's, you get a couple more inches. If you get a PhD, they won't call you Dr. Dick for nothing. But if you got a GED, you're gonna have a 2-inch dick for the rest of your life. Cause a big dick and a low IQ don't never do nothing good in life. And you guys are just so sexist. You're sexist. I'm going in on you. Listen, ladies, make them feel uncomfortable. Tell them how ugly they are every day. Tell them they're looking old. You need to lose some weight. You need some Botox. Here's a real fun exercise. When they go to sleep, put a pillow over their face and hold it till they start kicking. Right? Don't kill him, but just let him know that you will so that he can sleep like that all the time. He's always worried and you in that head. And keep your game face on, lady. Walk around the house and be like, "Yeah, boy, we going to bed early tonight?" Hey. Because you guys are sexist and you say sexist things, and I'm a feminist. And yes, I'm a Puerto Rican, Latina, Afro-Latina feminist, and I bang for my ladies everywhere I go. And I'll tell you, you say sexist shit like you're such a bitch, your period must be on. Maybe she's just mad you woke up this morning, right? She turned that sleep apnea machine off and your big neck ass woke up, but she's like, "Oh, fuck, this motherfucker woke up today." Yes, you don't know how to mop a floor, you don't know how to wash dishes, you touch your little rusty, crusty balls and then touch us without washing your hands. And that's so disrespectful. Every last one of you, your balls only smell good to you. So get a little fanny pack with some antibacterial in that bitch before you touch us. We got on lotions that cost $35 that come out of these containers, and here you come with those rusty, crusty ball hands. Every single one of you have touched your balls at some point this evening. This room smells weird because there are balls in here. Every last one of you. You know it. Every last one of you have touched your balls tonight. I don't even shake dudes' hands anymore. I'm like, yo, dap me up, dog. Dap me up. Don't touch me. They're always trying to make women feel dirty. Every other commercial, Summer's Eve, Massengill. Where the fuck is the ball scrub? They need a whole aisle in Target of ball scrub. They need Summer's Eve with bleach ball scrub. They need Massengill with degreaser ammonia combo ball scrub. My name is Aida Margarita Paradas Rodriguez. Thank you.